What's up, all you beautiful people? Your boy, the Vaslap, is in the building. It is a brand new week, which means brand new Vuvuzela victory. I'm taking these off because it's really distracting. Brand new Vuvuzela victory challenge is underway. Episode 77, Transfer Special, Part 1. We're rebuilding the Porto squad. We've been told by the board we need to sell players. We need to bring in some good players as well to compensate for the players that we're going to sell. And, well, we want to win a Champions League. That is the goal this season. And I have some news as well coming up. You'll see. Regarding more teams and more different types of football you can see, and potentially a new trophy for me to win. Watch the episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. Run that intro. Well, folks, we're back for some more transfer special. It is the first episode of the transfer special, and we're in a very, very funny situation where the board have asked me to please sell some players for profit. That's what they did. They've given me an ultimatum that we need to sell players. They're extremely disappointed in their review, so we're going to be selling a lot of players, and I have a lot of players all already listed from that should potentially be first team players. So you can see this whole squad here. This is what, 46 people, I think? 45 people. 45 people, and we've already sold quite a few as well. We will talk about all of them in a bit, but these are the bottom ones here that I've kind of said, can go. We can have a look at the starting lineup as I have it at the moment. Figueira and Raza are going to be my two main strikers this season. Mash Almeida on the wings, although there is some interest in Figueira at the moment, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Mash and Almeida will definitely be the two wingers. Amir and Moya are going to be my two centre mids, I've decided. Duath and Eletu both reaching 30. It's time for them to head out the door. They just don't have the legs anymore, and I want to bring in some young, fresher players to come in. And then the back four, pretty much set from last season. Vandermeer, Julio Cesar, Ruta, and Nunes and Diaz all going to be in goals. In terms of backup players, we've got Cruz will be the backup goalkeeper, although we do also have Jose Rey, the 19-year-old Portuguese-Argentinian. Captain under 20 level. He looks like he could be potentially a very good goalkeeper in the future. We just develop him a little bit more. So I was thinking of maybe trying him as cup competitions, or if not, send him out on loan. Duarte will be the backup right wing, with Bruder and Alonso being the two backup centre backs, and Escobar on the left. We also have Kashti, who can be a backup right back as well as a centre back. Came in on a free transfer this season. 42 caps for Israel, 25 years old, very good. Physicals and mentals. His technicals aren't that great, but I think when called upon, I think he could do potentially a decent little job. In the midfield, we're going to go with Bruno Costa rather, and Pendendo. Pendendo is probably someone I'm going to try and loan out this season. I think he needs one more season just to develop a little bit better. His passing, his technique is very, very good, but he doesn't really know how to play as a DM. He might be someone that we maybe loan out this season and sell next season, which does actually mean we need another center mid player to come in there. Bueno Vaz and Darmini are going to be my two backups for the left and right. Expect to see them playing a lot of football. Bueno Vaz was considered a backup last season. He landed up having total 21 games, so they do get a lot of football as the backups, and that's what I'm hoping for. Pierre-Louis and Lisboa both going in to be the backup. Lisboa coming back from a very successful loan at Club Brugge. 15 goals in 32 appearances for Club Brugge. In total, 50 appearances, 24 goals. Almost a goal every second game. Fantastic little striker. He'll probably end up starting ahead of Raza in later games, but at the moment I'm trying to give Raza as much game time as a striker. Pierre-Louis might be someone that I might look at cash in for a profit like the board one. We bought him for 58,000. if the right offer comes in for about 12 to 15, I probably will take that for him. We can maybe look at bringing in another striker. Other backups that we have, these are just 4 players that I've just selected as extras, and that'll be Das Neves Vida. We haven't spoken much. Came on loan, was on loan last season in League One with Portimaisi. 7 goals, 2 assists for our affiliate club. Hoping to give him a couple more games this season. Don't want to send him out on loan. I feel like this might be his breakthrough season. And then Kashti we've spoken about as well. In terms of everybody on here, Pendeno, I'm going to offer him out on loan. I've decided. Just go out on loan, unspecified. Let's see what you give me. These guys are all pretty much going to be out the door, and we can chat about them if we go to this section here. We'll start off at the defenders, goalkeepers. Max Wies, probably about 1.4. I'm hoping he goes to Saint Etienne because it's a upfront 1.2. Empoli one, I don't really want him to go because we only get 350,000, but either amount is probably a decent amount for him. We put him for 1.1 million, so it will be a little bit of a profit on all those sales. Edmilson Kamara, 16 million, either Wolfsburg or Leverkusen. We did sign him back in, he came in through the youth academy, so that's a 16 million pound profit. The board should be very happy about that. Matos, I've got an offer for 1.3 and the rest are 750. I can't reject these offers. According to the board, they just want to go. We signed him from the youth academy, and so that's pure profit as well. Herman Sa Lemos, 1.3 million, got an intermediate to try and sell him. Also from the youth academy. So a lot of players coming in through profit, technically. Gunnar Diath, 31 million offer from Juventus and Chelsea for Gunnar Diath. I'm going to take the 31 million. I know we signed him for 58, so it is going to be a huge loss, but I don't see us ever getting 58 for him. So that's that. Victor Letu, 30 million offer from Al Ittihad. This one, also a little bit of a loss, but again, I just don't think they're going to increase their value any higher than what it actually is. And then a couple of other guys on there. Big one, though, Romelu Silva, 21 million to Nottingham Forest. Came in through the youth academy. Very good player. I do like him, but at 21 million, definitely looking for some profit on him. And then the big one, guys. We're going to talk about it. Herman Figueira. 55 million. I made a promise to Bayern that if I take 55, I'll make the offer. Juventus, Barcelona have come in for 66. I'm going to reject the Bayern offer. Go with the 66 million for Barcelona. We're going to try and keep offering him out at higher prices. I've offered him out for 71 now. Hopefully that takes. Elsewhere, Hendricks might be going on loan to either Germany or France. I rejected the South Africa one. I know there's no fees in this one, but I just want him to get game time at the top level. The same with Lucas Zitz. Just want him to play in top level football. That's why a lot of these were either withdrawn or rejected because they just didn't want to match the evaluations, the fund evaluation. And then another one, Hiderio, another one we're trying to just help develop. Not a shocker though. Emiga, 10.5 million. Roma, Alelia, and Alfaya, all interested in him. It is going to be a huge loss. 17 million is what we signed him from Strasbourg way back in the day. He has been an absolutely amazing servant to the club. He has really performed well. And unfortunately, age was just not on his side in a team where we bolstered a lot of attacking prowess. So in terms of signings now, there is one guy that I am interested in bringing in, and I'm going to bring him in regardless of what happens with Figueira. I'm just waiting for Figueira to leave so we can adjust the budgets. Is Hendrick. Free transfer, can play as right wing, left wing, centre mid, and attack. Probably not the Figueira replacement, but definitely someone who can come in on as a sub and do the business. Another player that I am probably going to sign. Let's just find him quickly. And this guy will be the Figueira replacement. Federico Dazan. I mean, just look at the 6 million release clause. He looks absolutely fantastic. He looks like a very good player. Crystal Palace and Newcastle both want him as well, but for 6 million release clause, I'm in it for him, man. He's only on 1.5. Probably want about 10 to 20, I'm guessing. wonder kid of note. I'm excited of bringing him in there. And then we're obviously going to need a DM. So I'm currently scouting some DMs as well. Hopefully we can find something. We'll be back with some news. Jose Penendo. Now, I did say I was trying to loan him out. And I did offer him out on loan. But I did say if I receive a good bid, I would take it. This is a good bid from Arsenal. 8 million free up front. 4.1 over 2 months. Over 6 months. 3.3 after 20 games and 3.3 after international game. This and 40% salon fee. Profit. This is a very good one. I have to take this one. I really, really do. Elijah, I'm not going to sell. Not anytime soon. Figueira, I have offered him out for 87 million. It seems everybody's rejected that offer. Currently have a bid of 82 million from Barcelona. I'm going to try one more time. If 87 was a bit much, 85, we can try and squeeze every penny out of this man. If I'm going to sell him, which seems like it is, we're going to definitely try and squeeze out every single thing that we possibly can out of him. And I'm going to make my profit. Yeah, I actually didn't even show you guys Figueira's profit. 40 million PSG, come on. It's all profit because he came through our youth academy. So there you go, full on profit for Figueira. Dude, come on. 86 million. Yeah, I know, come on. Romelu Silva snubbed him. Some loan offers for Penendo. Everybody not offering me any money. I don't really want to loan him now if Arsenal are going to make that offer, which they have. But what I am going to try and do is then maybe offer him out at 18.5. That's a bit much. Let's go 10 million. Well, you know, Arsenal's paying 18.5. So if I can get 18.5 offers on him plus, then I'll do that. So let's see. Yeah, I think in terms of just us signing anybody at the moment, we are just going to smash continue until we get the sale of Figueira and a few of the other guys off the books as well. Because, like I said earlier, our wage budget, although it does say we have, what, 600,000 available, that means I've got no money to spend. But if I go full on there, then we are very, very close. So I just want to sell some players off, get the board happy, and then we can look in and bring in players. In terms of players for the first team, we don't really need anybody as it stands, unless, of course, Figueira leaves. But then we look at signing then, because then we'll have money to actually bring in some potential players. Yeah, he can go out on loan. He's a good player. He can definitely win. Gassemi, another good player, good youngster. Keep an eye out for him. He is going to be something crazy, I feel, as a right winger. I feel like he could be actually a very, very good player. 18 years of age, Iranian international already. Cream of the crop youngster. Well, folks, it is a sad, sad day. Herman Figueira out of the club. 82 million, 70 million will be added to the transfer budget. It is a little bit sad, but he has gone off. Hedera also aren't on loan. But I mean, look at our overall balance now. 118 million, 120 million in the transfer budget. We've got 500,000. I mean, I can adjust this to 65 and I'm still got enough money to do whatever I need to do. With that being said, it is now time to make the move and sign Endrick. That is what we're going to do. And we're going to make that £6 million offer for Dunzan as well. Endrick doesn't want a lot of money. He wants 95 for 4 years, which I feel is fine at 27 years old. Everything else is okay. I'm just going to give him this, guys. I don't think there's necessary to negotiate this. 95 is good. We just took out the percentage. He's happy with that. 95,000 for Endrick as a utility player, I think, is absolutely fantastic. You can see I was looking at DMs as well. We are still scouting, waiting for scout reports to come through. But we do have one scout report, which I am extremely keen on bringing in. And that is... Oh, why does it do that? Now, please just get my strikers. That's all I want to see, because Federico Dazan is there. We're making the offer £6 million for him. suggest it and finalize it, so they accept it. They're happy with 6 million. Those are the two that we're definitely going to be bringing in. And of course, that means now if we do bring in both of those guys, I'm not opposed to letting the likes of Pierre-Louis leave. What is he? He's interested in negotiating. He's more interested in going to Palace, Leeds, and Leicester. Interestingly, send on a language course. That's fine. Be an important player. I should have checked that before I clicked OK. He wants 10.5, which is great. 5-year contract. We're going to be a little bit cheeky. I'm going to take all these little bonuses out here. I am going to add in an extension of another 3 years. I'm going to lock that in. But what I'm going to do to try and sweeten the deal is give him a little bit more money. I'm going to go up to 7. Let's go 18. Give his agent a little bit more money as well to just help him on there a little bit. He's happy with that. That is a good signing, I think. Porto, there's a lot of people interested in Porto. All these clubs are probably going to make an offer, which could be more interesting to see. Aletu, though, out of the building. World-class midfielder. Victor Aletu, 30 million. A little bit of a loss, but in fairness, helps the bank balance a little bit better. I'm not planning on spending all 137 million. But yeah, we have 137 million to spend on, and we've already found 2 guys. We're looking for a DM as well. There's still quite a few players that are set to leave as well. The likes of Duath waiting for him. Garcia, we're still trying to get rid of. Ves, Matos, Lemos, Silva, Grillo, Bello. And yeah, those are all the ones that we're looking at trying to sell off as well. So yeah, there is a lot of guys looking to probably move on as well. With these guys, I'm just going to send to the under-23 team. And then, of course, the likes of Pedero was another one that we potentially looking to get rid of as well. Jose, there he is. These 4 here, and Garcia, I'm probably going to just offer them out again. And let's see what happens. But yeah, guys, if we can sell these guys off, then we can start looking at bringing in some replacements, some wonder kids. Maybe we find some really good players that could potentially knock one of these players out of the starting lineup. As it stands, it's going to be Lisboa and Raza up front. But if we bring in the likes of Hendrik and Denzan, then maybe the likes of Raza and Pierre-Louis. Raza might be loaned out. Pierre-Louis might be sold. One of those two, I guess, will have to make way for the 2 other strikers coming in. But yeah, guys, I'm feeling confident this season. I'm feeling very, very confident. We'll come back with some news with Hendrik and Denzan. Well, as I was saying, yeah, I'll probably let him go now. We've got offers from Lazio and Real Betis. Both very good offers. Both with, I mean, Lazio's has a better overall balance of extra 1.25, but I prefer Real Betis' of having 11.25 up front. I'm going to reject Lazio's, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer him out. Let's say 16 million. And let's see what offers come up for 16 million. Just interestingly, just to try and see if we can generate something. Everybody's trying to poach my staff at the moment. We've had one staff member, interesting. Lazio and Norwich have made an offer for 16. Bayern Leverkusen 8.5. I'll accept those 2. We're going to start a bidding war here, guys. I'm going to reject Real Betis' offer. And then I'm going to offer him out at 20 million. Maybe I'm cutting a little bit fine on 20 million. We'll see. But yeah, in terms of staff, we have just lost our assistant manager. I did sign a new one now. We lost a scout already, so we have to replace a scout. The chief scout could potentially be out. The head of physio could be out. So yeah, everybody's just trying to poach all my my staff members. Matos, Youth Academy, out of the building. He's out. Real Betis have come in with a £13 million offer. We're going to have to reject that. 16 is where we're at. Bruno Costa out for 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, if I do sell Pierre-Louis, that means we need to confirm the signing of Hendrik and Denzan. Those are have to confirm. Zist out for another season on loan, going across to OV Leuven, playing in the Belgian league. I feel like he could do well. Lisboa did very well in the Belgian league, so I'm hoping that Zist can sort of follow in his footsteps and become, he is an important player for them, so hopefully he can progress a little bit there. Right, I've got a whole bunch of scouts to go through. This is all my youth guys that I've been scouting, everybody, DMs that I've been scouting, and the first one that pops up here is Christian Gill, 44 million, not a bad little center back, actually. I mean, he is not bad at all, and he is pretty much exactly what we're looking for in terms of that deep-lying playmaker, which is currently Amir at 21, who can still develop, but I mean, his vision, attacking, and technicals are what we're looking at here. 44 million. Is Christian Gill the answer? I'm going to add him to my short list. I'm going to go through the rest of this list. Let's see if we get anything, and then we'll come back and I'll just break it down for you guys for a moment. Right, guys, it is a Sunday. Guna Duath, Monaco Youth Challenge legend, Porto fantastic servant, is out of the building. We are getting 31 million from him from Chelsea. More signings are confirmed. Just a couple more to go till the squad is thinned out to where I would say is a respectable size. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just wait to try and confirm the other signing, either Endrick or Denzine. I'll confirm those two. And then our next episode, we're going to go Wonder Kid shopping. Oh, I did almost forget. I did have a look at some of the DMs. There's still a few more left to look up on. There is two that I was interested in who are not interested in signing for me, which is a little bit of a problem. One being that Atletico Gil, who we saw, Christian Gil. Where are these guys now? Why have they not popped up? There were three guys that we found. One is Christian Gil. We had a look at him. 44 million. We can ask about availability. He wants 35 to 42. The biggest stumbling block is going to be 96 to 115,000 a week. Don't think that's going to be a viable option. Other ones that we have is two other players. One is a Greek international. The other is a Belgian international. We'll start with the Greek. Pavlos Kate here, 22 years of age, 23 million release clause offer. He is a little bit something better. 105 to 140,000 is his stumbling block, though. But I do like the look of him. And then someone who's not really a deep-lying playmaker, more of an attacking type of regista, is Felipe Leis. He's valued at 104 to 119 million from Leicester. That's what they're looking at. Also 120 to 150,000 a week. Now, we do have the money to spend on these type of players, get 100 million, but I don't know if 100 million is going to be very much worth spending on a DM who is probably better than any other DM we have in the squad. But I mean, at 100 million, just because he plays in England and he didn't even have a good season last season, like I'm kind of leaning towards Kate on these three. We still have a few more that we're still scouting and looking up. There is a few others that I had a look at, but some of them are just so hectically overpriced. This guy, Martim Huja, Portuguese international, 20 years old, 75 million. Again, probably better than what we have. But I can't justify spending that amount of money on a backup, especially with a fickle personality and injury proneness. You know, it's just something I can't spend. I'm looking for a backup centre mid if we find someone that's better. So I think between Gil and Kate, I think those might be where we sort of heading towards at this point. Silva is another interesting option. He's not as good as what we currently have, in my opinion. If we just compare him to Amir, where's Amir? There he is. You can see very different type of player. Amir is very much more attacking minded. As a deep lying playmaker, that's kind of what you want. But as a defensive midfielder, I feel like Silva is probably a little bit better in that sense. He's currently unhappy. He wants to leave the club because he's finding it difficult to settle in. The only problem is at Genk, and I'll show you if we ask his agent for availability, 12 23 million release clause at 37 and 47. He's probably going to want another Brazilian to join him. And unfortunately, even if you have other Brazilians already at the club, it's a little bug that it tells you that it must sign someone. We have three other Brazilians, Duarte, Vaz, and Cesar, and you'll probably still be unsettled. Another thing that I have noticed, especially for the Champions League, is we don't have a lot of first-team Portuguese players, homegrown players, which could potentially be a bird of an issue coming Champions League football this season. In terms of first-team players, we have Bruno Costa, Cruz, Nunes, Das Neves, Almeida, and Vida are probably the only ones. And that's 6. We need 8, I think it is. And the other issue is there's a lot of over 21 players coming in this season. Last season, we got away with it because there was a few under 21 players that didn't need to register. I think this season, we're going to struggle a little bit to try and register some players for the Champions League. So that's something to keep an eye out on. Yeah, let's go confirm one of those strikers, and we'll be back for that. Right, guys, so I've decided I'm making the offer for Kate, Pavlos Kate. I'm still waiting for confirmation on Endrick and the other dude, the Den Zan, who I've moved to the potential list. These are the wonder kids that I've been scouting and looking at and having a bit of a look. Some of them were on the original list, so basically anyone on this list is 21 years and younger. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're going to be doing next episode. Now, I know I want to confirm the Endrick or Denzan one. Maybe if I click one more time, will that confirm anything? No. Well, we can see this. We'll see the negotiation for Kate. He wants to play an advanced playmaker. We're not going to do that. He wants to learn Portuguese, and I'm not going to improve tackers. I'm not going to promise that. We'll make you an important player. That's fine. You want 125. I was thinking like 100. I can maybe negotiate you down to 90. 125 is a lot for a backup player. The agent even wants 1.1 million. Okay, well, let's see if I can negotiate this down. I'm going to go to 95. 5-year contract is fine. You can get 10 goals if you get 10 goals. I'll give you a bonus of 3.4 if you reach. You know, 2.3 million if you reach 10 goals. I don't think you'll reach 10 goals. Will you take that? He's hell bent on 125. Give you 96. Increase that. 7 million sign-on fee. Or 15 goals. I'll give you another 1.6. Would you take that? He really wants one. Give you 100k. And we'll increase that to 1 million. He's happy with that. Oh, I don't know. Is 100k very much worth it? In terms of just our highest spenders, Damini on 185, Almeida on 135. He'll become our 3rd highest player. Romelu Silva could be out of the club. Next up is Julio Cesar with 90, Mash with 89. He is better than most of our DMs, and he'd probably slot in immediately where Amar is, playing in that deep-lying playmaker role. But I don't know if 100 million is enough. I'm going to just end the episode there. You guys let me know in the comments. Is it worth 100,000 a week at 22 million transfer fee? Let me know what you think. Well, folks, there you have it. That's the end of the first part of the transfer special. Will we sign Kate? Will we sign Endrick? Will we sign Denzan? Stay tuned for next episode tomorrow. A brand new episode coming at you. Hit subscribe, get notified, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers and haters. Everybody, get everybody involved. Your boy, the Vaslap, is out of here for today. Peace. Chicken grease.
Thank you.